both Willie and myself constantly were always engaged in, you name it, anything dealing with the communities, um, politics, religion, social activities, read. We consume a minimum of one book a week. So it's a, and of course, moving to Delaware 18, 19 years ago, joining the senior center here, has been an interesting extension of our activities. You know, we do a lot of we do a lot of volunteer work, and the senior center is part of that, where we take courses here, be it computer or classes, and it's just a great extension. And that activity, when we're still active in many, many areas, we we've this big joke. People say, "Where'd you live before Delaware?" We said, "Well, let me see. Which state you're going to talk about now?" We basically we're from northern New Jersey, and I worked in New York City for many, many years, and we lived in Illinois and outside of Chicago, which was. You used to jokingly say, "If I die out here,"
I used to threaten him and say, "If I die out here and you bury me, you will not have a minute's rest. I will haunt you. I don't care, on the East Coast, from Maine to Florida, any place, as long as it's the East." I was really so unhappy out there.
and have the smell of the ocean.
Yeah. But people were not friendly. When we finally left, I remember Paul said, "We are going to every neighbor and say goodbye." And one neighbor said, "Oh, well, I guess you were good neighbors. You never bothered us." I mean, even a go to hell would have been nicer, you know. I mean, just something.
Or something like, "Who are you again?"
Very, very strange, but anyway.
And the last thing I could think of when I talk to those people is, "Now, don't forget to keep weeding your front lawn." They were obsessed with getting weeds out of their front lawn, and I could.
Yeah,
There's
we
gotta
had
be
acre
something.
lots, and they had grass all over this acre, and they would be out
There's
there
got to be something
every
else in
night.
life than grass. You know, no, unless you want to smoke grass, but you know, weeds and I mean, there's got to be something more important in life than that. You know.
But anyway,
To me, have a good glass of wine, be with friends, talk about books, politics, global issues. You know, those are more fun for me, and having close friends around. Neighbors, the one thing that I used to say very on in the very beginning when after we got married, I said, "Willie, whenever we invite anybody to the house for a party, we invite the next door neighbors and the people across the street, because I don't want them calling the police."
and it did happen one time.
Oh yes, it did happen.
We were sitting with our neighbors and neighbors across the street, and having dinner, and all of a sudden there was a knock on the door, and it was a policeman. And okay, he said, "Your neighbor has complained about your stereo." And I said, "Well, our stereo isn't on, but come in and meet our neighbor. You know, which side are you talking about?" And they, you know, "Oh no, they're at the table." Their younger son, who had just graduated from college, had come home for the weekend, and the kids in the back were having a party. Now, she raised 3 teenage sons. You know, they were like 13, 14, and 15. And she said, and Steve had the nerve and audacity to call the police and complain about the noise in the back. So they said, you know, "I'm sorry, we will take care of this." So every 15 minutes, Steve got a telephone call. He was going to run a race the next morning, so he wanted to rest, but he got no rest.
His mother and father every 15 minutes
were
called
livid.
him.
Absolutely livid.
Oh,